For Lesson 1, statistics is already defined as a mathematical body of science concerned with the developing and studying methods for collecting, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting empirical data. So we are going to concern with Lesson 2, collection of data. So it is the second process or the first process in statistical inquiry. So what then is data collection or collection of data? Data collection is the component of research in all fields of studying including physical and social sciences, humanities, and businesses. Data collection is also defined as the process of gathering and measuring information on targeted variables in an established system, which then enables one to answer relevant questions and evaluate outcomes. So before we proceed to the different sources of data and the different methods in collecting this data, so let us first define data. So what then is data? Data in grammatical point, it is datum as singular form and data as plural form. So it is already defined in our presentation as the collective recording of observations, either numerical or otherwise, is called data. So data is also defined by a dictionary that is the facts or figures from which conclusions may be drawn. So data is any form of informations or facts that is gathered from different sources. So these sources or let me say, where do we usually collect this data? Or what are the different sources of data can be classified as primary data or secondary data, or it can be collected from primary sources or secondary sources. Let us deal first with primary data or primary sources. So primary data means the raw data which has just been collected from the source and has not gone any kind of statistical treatment like sorting and tabulation. Like for example, if we are going to collect data by using observation, by using questionnaires, by using interview, or in short, it is referred to the first-hand information that is collected by the researcher from its respondent. Primary data or primary sources can be collected from an organization, person, authority, agency, etc. As I have said, primary data can be collected from using different methods which we are going to discuss later on. So let's proceed to the second source of data or to the second classification of data. So data or the secondary data or the secondary sources. So these are data which has just been collected already by someone, may be sorted, tabulated, and has undergone a statistical treatment. Like for example is the process of collecting data uh, conducted by PSA or the Philippine Statistical Authority, the collection of data by censuses. They are collecting this data and then publishing this data and make it ready or make it available for public. So this data or the secondary data can be collected by someone else through publications, journals, and newspapers. So the data which can be seen or the information which can be seen from publications or any journal or any newspaper can be classified as secondary data. We've already discussed the different sources of data or the different types of data. So let us deal with how can we collect this data or what are the different methods to collect this said data. Data can be collected by using 5 different methods. So first, we have the direct or interview method. This method of collecting data is done for or conducted through a face-to-face contact with its informants or with its respondents. So this method of collecting data is conducted for primary data collection. In this method, the researcher gathers information by asking questions to the interviewee face-to-face, where the researcher prepares his or her questions and asks these questions to his or her respondents at the same point in time. So let's have the second one, the indirect or questionnaire method. So in this method of collecting data, the researcher makes use of written questionnaires The researcher also gives or distributes the questionnaires to the respondents either by personal delivery or by email. So this process of collecting data, or this method of collecting data, is the most commonly used by student researchers. It is done by distributing or by establishing different questionnaires which is relevant and appropriate for his or her study. Third one is the registration method. So this method is governed by laws. In this method, the data is readily available from certain institutions. Example is the number of birth and deaths rates registered in the Philippine Statistics Authority. So as it is defined, it is governed by laws. So this data can be available from different offices or either government offices where the researcher can easily access with authorization or by asking approval to the concerned offices. So this method of collecting data can be used for secondary collection of data. The fourth one is the experiment method. This method is utilized to find out cases and effect relationships. The researcher manipulates one variable to see if changes in one variable causes changes in another variable. So this method of collecting data is commonly used in scientific researches. So if you are going to use this method or the experiment method, you are going to have or you are going to see the cause and effect of one variable to the another. And the last one that I have included is the observation method. So as it is defined, this is a method by which the researcher gather knowledge of the researched phenomenon through making observations of the phenomena as and when it occurs. So the researcher who uses this method of collecting data should aim to focus his observations on human behavior, the use of phenomenon, and human interactions related to the phenomenon. So this method of collecting data is commonly used by psychology students or by psychologists by observing behavior of individuals, by observing a certain event or phenomena at a certain point in time. So those are the basic methods used in collecting data. So let us enumerate again. So first is the direct or interview method, indirect or questionnaire method, registration method, experiment method, and observation method. So those are the basic informations for data collection. So wait for our next video, which I will going to discuss the planning, study, and types of questions and features of a good questionnaire. Also the different probability sampling techniques that can be used by a researcher or by a student researcher. So for any questions or clarifications, comments and suggestions, so you can send me a private message for in my Facebook Messenger, which is already seen in our screen. Thank you for watching and listening.